This is an instructional video to help you during the supply shortages of lungs for the Baby Anne Manikin. COVID-19 has caused an increase in demand which has led to a shortage in supply of traditional Baby Anne lungs. These are the lungs that have a foam cushion inside them. The good news is that QCPR baby lungs are in stock at the time of making this video, and they can be used in traditional Baby Anne Manikins if you follow our instructions. The first thing to establish is which manikin you currently have. The lungs here on screen show the older version of the traditional Baby Anne lungs on the left, the newer version of traditional Baby Anne lungs in the centre, and QCPR lungs on the right. The older lungs on the left were phased out by Leerdal approximately 2 years ago. The older lungs connected to the manikin face using a single piece adapter, as shown here. The pipes on the old lungs were thicker and shorter. The only traditional Baby Anne lungs available for the past year or so have been the newer models shown here in the centre of the screen. You can see that the pipe is thinner and longer than the older version. Where an older single-piece connector is used, the pipe on these lungs has to be cut shorter in order for it to work correctly. The same applies for QCPR lungs, which will also need cutting if they're connected to an old single-piece connector. It is important to note that there is no one-way valve in the Baby Anne Manikins, which means that for COVID-19, the entire airway needs changing between learners. That's the lungs, the connector, and the face. The connectors and faces are reusable and can be disinfected between courses by soaking in a bleach solution or another appropriate method. To prepare your traditional Baby Anne Manikin to work with QCPR lungs, completely remove the pipe from an unused traditional lung and place it inside the inside pocket on the baby's chest flap like this. This can remain here permanently from now on. Now you can connect the QCPR lungs to the manikin, remembering to trim the pipe shorter if you are using the older single-piece connector. Make sure the lungs are stretched to the very bottom of the chest and lie flat before closing the chest flap. The lungs should now work just like a traditional manikin. If you have a problem with the lungs not staying flat, you can use a safety pin through the tab at the bottom to hold it in place.